This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi, Chef KD, and Lindsay Anderson. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K. Taking it easy, Louisiana State Parks. Follow your outside voice to our parks and historic sites. Farm Bureau Insurance. Demco, your touchstone energy cooperative. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Veterans Help Foundation. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.
Welcome to another edition of Paradise, Louisiana. Getting down here at the end of April, and all of a sudden, May is right on us. And that water still, we still got cold fronts, and the water's cold. What's happening, Katie?
Well, you know, it ain't us to figure it out how the weather works. It's to go catch them no matter what the weather does. We've been managing to catch some fish, still not where we want it. But you know what? It's another good Monday. We're sitting here at Bergerons. I know we're going to eat good. Lord knows Mooney, he always got some good food, but today you got a double treat because Gary had those soft shells, and so we're going to show you how to clean them. It's not going to be too bloody gory. We worked around that, but we're going to show you how to cook my dad's recipe for a sauce piquant, the one you've been bragging about. I know it ain't going to be good as your aunt's, but it's pretty good sauce piquant.
My mother-in-law is dedicated to Hazel Moran. That's it. My mother-in-law, Hazel Moran, used to cook every kind of turtle you can imagine, but soft shell was her favorite, and I'm so proud of you. I saw you take those eggs out of them and put them inside and put them in the gravy. I know you wanted to pickle some, but I want them in that gravy.
I'll save something to pickle.
Oh, Lord, you must have did that on the big one.
Yeah,
Does the big one have eggs, too?
Yeah, big one's full of eggs.
Oh, good.
But, you know, you never know what you're going to catch. You went down there to do a fishing show. You're going to catch reds, and you're going to go run those little tippet lines for the catfish. Next thing you know, you got turtles. So guess what? We got turtle sauce piquant. That's kind of how Louisiana works.
One of my favorites.
All right, we'll go.
We got a lot of stuff that we hadn't showed in a while. We might show.
Well, you know, you mentioned, you know, when you left, they didn't change locations. I'm going to throw this little in right now. If you know when fish are biting or where fish are at, don't go run all over trying to find other fish. Figure out what was the condition when they bit. Was the tide at its peak? Like Dudley, I was fishing him one time, and all of a sudden he says, time to go. I said, what do you mean? He said, when the tide starts peaking out right here, it's going to be starting to fall a little bit quicker, a little bit below us. And man, he ran down there. We'd already fished it one time. We didn't get bit.
Good news.
The minute we dropped that overboard, 3-4 pounder, that's what it's all about. So y'all stay tuned. We got a whole bunch of Paradise, Louisiana coming right back at you.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana. Voted Best of Louisiana Outdoors 3 years in a row.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
There's no better way to cool down this summer than with a delicious thirst-quenching Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. The Polar Pop Cup is the coolest way to beat the heat. Fill your Polar Pop Cup up with the flavors you crave and crushed or cubed ice. Nothing stays cold longer, so you can stay refreshed all day long. Stop in Circle K today for an ice-cold Polar Pop Cup. Polar Pop Cup, only at Circle K. Take it easy.
Welcome to Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Chris Repon. We're staying with a good friend of ours here at Larry Thigpen's camp at 3T Camps here in Leeville. And a real good friend of mine brought us down, Bobby Black did. He's from up in Monroe, I'm from Bastrop, Louisiana. And we're fishing today for redfish and trout. And hopefully a black cloud's not gonna mess us up. It's a little cloudy today and it's starting to get a little windy, but hopefully we're gonna catch a lot of fish today. We did really well yesterday on redfish too. We caught several around the rocks yesterday and had a great time. And Logan Ray came down with us, and my son Brian's in the other boat with Bobby Black today, and it's going to be 6 of us was fishing today. And we're going to try to tear them up, try to catch a bunch today.
You ready?
We're looking forward to it.
Black. Give me the rope. Keep in. Good in. Oh, big old sunset. Bring on it. Another sheephead. Get the net. Get the net for me. Big one. Ooh, it's a good one. We got some fillets. There you go. Let Mr. Gary show y'all how to. Woo, that's a good sheephead.
Y'all got the catch.
Them boys caught a lot of fish on these rocks a couple weeks ago. Redfish and sheephead. What we got? Sheephead? Oh, another sheephead. The boys and sheephead, get in there. We got them going both ways here. Hold on. All right, Brian. Rip on. And got this one already in. We're gonna double up here. 2 different boats. Oh, yeah. I shouldn't even been watching it. Put them in there. Put them in the box. And base snapper, whatever. Look at that. Y'all know how good that meat is?
Yeah, they is. They just like a white perch. They good. They were all good and white.
You see how he said white perch?
Yeah.
You know where he from? In North Louisiana,
That's
Central
right, white
Louisiana.
perch. That's the best fish he is to eat.
You ain't ever know about them cyclade? What about a flounder?
Flounder good too.
While we sitting here, you catching a few sheephead. Yesterday, y'all caught limits of red right here, almost the same time. The tide ain't come in.
That's right.
Tell me about, that's your first redfish ever.
The first time, yes sir, I've ever been down this far to fish, and it was a good experience. Captain Bobby Black over there put us on some fish, and it was a good time.
Now what what bait y'all were using yesterday?
We were, I guess what they call free lining with the shrimp. We just hooked the shrimp through the side and threw it out there and just let the fish take care of the rest.
Let it fall.
Y'all not gonna get a net, boy?
Get the net for Bobby. That's my girl there. Show them how to do it.
What?
Show them how you got for the touch.
I'm gonna let it pour up.
Shame she ain't fishing on this side of the boat. I can't see. What she got, Bobby? Another sheephead? Y'all ain't gonna let me see? Let me see. Oh my goodness! And
Good one.
Marty, Bobby Black put you on a good one. You ain't got a net? Woo-wee!
Got it.
Go on, Logan.
Redfish starting to bite now.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be close.
What?
Yeah. Looks a little small, measure.
But it's a fish.
Measure him. Oh, he's about 14 inches. Measure him though, anyway. Hold him toward the camera. When you get him off, there you go. Hold him toward the camera, look. Hey, hold him out. Turn him sideways, there you go.
There you go, Ray.
I bet you caught him yesterday, huh? And them little ones. Yeah. Oh, he getting a little bit bigger. And that one's 13 inches. That one's gonna be about 15, 6. But don't put your hand in the rest of his mouth. Put him in his gills and catch him through the eyes. Get him over here. Stand. Good. Good girl. There you go. You got it?
All right, that's a nice one, man.
Way to go, Logan. Ray. You can make a meal off of them too, y'all.
Catch fish in a sink, boy. Catch fish in a sink.
Fish on! In the front of the boat! Look.
Dolphin jaw.
Hold it up, I want to see it. I want to see it. Oh, it ain't gonna be big enough. That's all right. It's fun. Throw it away on this side of the boat. I want to see it go in the water. All right, bring him this way, Brian. Brian, bring him out of the way. Oh!
That's a heater there.
There you go. We got to keep a redfish. Oh, that's a good catfish there.
I agree with that.
That's a good eating fish. People throw them back because they think they're slimy. That's a great eating fish.
Big bag.
Look.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it? A little video there.
Look at him. Bring him to him in the net. Put him in the net. Bring him to him. Leave him in the net. Bring him. Look at him. Now, I want you to... Got another big T-bend.
Give me that.
People got scared. They scared it. Come out on these rocks when it's rough. You can still catch fish.
I got it.
Now, Logan,
There.
get on camera again. Wait, let me get him out of your way.
Pick it up, this little buddy.
I want to. Oh, don't stand up yet. What we got? Yeah, all right. All right, now hold on. 2 days you've been catching fish over here at the rock.
2 days.
Now, I want this on camera. You're a duck guide
All right.
in North Louisiana, around Bassett, Monroe, West Monroe. I get a return trip, a duck hunt.
We can probably work something out for this because this is a lot of fun.
You got a dog?
I do.
All right.
Yes, sir.
You call pretty good?
Pretty good.
We're gonna get a sample when we get back to the camp.
All right. Sounds good.
Put him up. Let's go catch some more. Gonna fill that box up. What you think is going on here? Oh, look. I tell you what, them was some big sheep here.
How many of them you allowed?
Catch.
This is what we call Paradise, Louisiana. No place like it.
There's no better way to cool down this summer than with a delicious thirst-quenching Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. The Polar Pop Cup is the coolest way to beat the heat. Fill your Polar Pop Cup up with the flavors you crave in crushed or cubed ice. Nothing stays cold longer, so you can stay refreshed all day long. Stop in Circle K today for an ice-cold Polar Pop Cup. Polar Pop Cup, only at Circle K. Take it easy.
Now's the time to join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club. New memberships start at just $9.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Take advantage of this introductory offer at one of Benny's 7 locations.
We're gonna get Jack to catch the frog. Moving in on a frog. The frog is right there. Jack's gonna make a move on. There goes Jack. You got him. You got him. Coming back with it. Coming back with it. Got him. You got him. Let's see Jack. There's the Jack talk. Good job, Jack. Five of them. Jack standing on ready. Waiting for the frog. Sitting on the bow of the boat. Waiting on ready. Scan the bank. Scan the bank. Phone.
Gotta go for the double. Gotta go for that double. Go for your double. Go for the double. Go for your double. Going for double. Get it, Jack. Get it, Jack. Come on. You missed it. You got away. There's a frog. That's it, Jack. All right, one bullfrog coming up. To be delivered for Jack. There you go. Sneaking up. Looking at me. Wow! He got it! Snuck up on him and got it. Good job, Jack. World champ. Good job, Jack. That's a big one. That's a big one. Put him in the sack. There he is. One throw coming up for Jack. There. Jack. Oh, Jack's going to get it. Boom. Hey, long range. Hey, keep the line on it, James. Right there to the master. Good job. Pull across it. Someone pull across it. I got that one good too. Watch yourself.
Now's the time to join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club. New memberships start at just $9.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Take advantage of this introductory offer at one of Benny's 7 locations.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. I'm with another Kevin Thibodeau. And Kevin, you cleaned more turtles than I can count. You caught them. You said one of the worst things you've ever dealt with was one of these soft shells bit you.
Correctly. Just because the neck is so long compared to a normal turtle, their head can come outside their shell much further, so you have to be aware of that when you handle them.
You know, I didn't realize that. I got over there a little while ago, and we were trying to get ready to, get the head off so we can get it cleaned and cooked. And he said, KD, he said, you're too close. And guess what? I listened. So what's the trick of cleaning a turtle like this? I mean, you say soft shell, this is a spiny soft shell.
Right.
This thing was 33.0 something pounds, 22 7/8 point to point. That's pretty serious.
Yes, it is. It's a big turtle. The hard part about this one is where the top shell meets the bottom shell. It's a very rubbery membrane, and to separate that and the two shells apart from each other is quite difficult compared to, say, a common snapper or an alligator snapper. Just a separation of the shells. Once the meat's exposed, and then you just clean it like any other turtle.
All right, well, let's flip this rascal over and get on. So we got a sauce be called to cook.
This is just more pronounced on a common snapper. You don't have, this is the membrane I'm talking about. It's almost like, it's almost like leather, so it's just more difficult. Whereas on a common snapper, this is like a dry shell, meeting a dry shell. It's very.
Yeah, you can just take a knife and kind of tap and run that joint.
Right, you can split them with a knife, a big knife, or you can use some kind of cutters like loppers, like you use in your yard.
Oh, and all these deer hunters, I know they got them.
That's what I use. But this one's just a little different because it is rubbery. You have to get through to get to where the two shells meet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now we're just gonna start by this is just skin I'm cutting through here to expose the meat. And another thing I do on my common snappers is once I get the head removed, I'll take a hose pipe and run it up the neck and pinch my hand around the nozzle on the hose, and that turtle will blow up like a balloon. It separates the meat from the skin, and it also helps kill the nerves. They don't move around.
If you let go of it.
But another thing too, these feet don't hardly move as much. On a common snapper, they would be scratching you up with these claws.
Boy, look, I've been there.
Another thing I do is once I blow them with the water, I cut the feet off, and then I have a table with the spike on it, this piece of all thread. I take that turtle and flip him upside down and stick him on that, and that way I can spin him, and I also can pull against him when I'm trying to do.
When I cleaned that little one before you got here, I was sitting there fighting, trying to hold him.
So
Now, you see when you bring somebody that does it for a living, especially with a name like Thibodeau.
Yeah, I made a table for it. I got that idea from somebody I used to work with, and it works out wonderfully. While we got him this way, I'll go ahead and start skinning him out as far as the meat.
Well, Kevin, we got the first leg freed up, and you can see we're going to have some serious meat. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to trim all the fat and all the tendons and everything off. All we want is that pure meat. We'll take all of that and dice it up, and then comes the fun part.
Right. So you just trim that up. And there's different color meats. The legs will be one color, the neck.
There's 7 kinds of meat.
Right. The neck is very white. It's very pretty meat. And the legs and the shoulders are different meats. So you do have different colors, but it all tastes delicious.
Hey, there's always one part that's going to taste like chicken, ain't that they
Yeah,
always
that's
say?
what they, know what I tell them? It tastes like turtle.
Tastes like turtle?
And frog legs taste like frog legs.
Hey, y'all watching Paradise, Louisiana. We're going to be right back after a word from our sponsors. And man, we're going to cook us up a sauce piquant in an instant pot. Check this out, because I'm going to cook something that's a 4 or 5 hour gravy, 1 hour. We'll be right back. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great auto rates from Farm Bureau Insurance. Call your agent today.
Okay, guys, we down some meat, and I'm going to show you what we got. Got it all diced up and deboned, and yep, that ain't kumquats. That's some eggs. We're going to cook that with the sauce piquant. All right, I don't know if you've heard of an instant pot, but this is amazing. It's a pressure cooker, it's a crock pot, it's also a holder, and you can saute. I've got it in saute now, and I've already got my roux kind of made, so I didn't want to sit here and what, you make a roux, come on. If I got to teach you how to make a roux, you need to buy your food cooked. So I'm putting in right at about 3/4 cup of roux. I'm going to go ahead and put in my vegetables. And that's just diced up onions. Oh, listen to that. Woo, Paul fruit on there, you'll have a big smile on your face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that roux to loosen up with the onions. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on pressure cook, and I'm going to cover it up and set it for about 45, 50 minutes. And when we open it up, it's supposed to be ready to eat. I've been playing with this pot for about 3 weeks now, and I'm going to tell you, it is absolutely amazing. Fall off the bone ribs, probably, I think I did in 28 minutes the other day. Now what I've done, make sure I can grab it, not burn myself, so you can see. See that roux, I got it loosened up with the seasoning. Now I'm going to add a little bit of tomato paste. Where I come from, the sauce piquant that we use is a little bit of roux, a little bit of tomato. I'm going to put me some rotel in there because I like that little piquant. You know what that piquant is, Cajuns? That little pepper. We'll blend all that together. That roux's loosened up really nice. Man, if I had some Fritos, Gary, I bet if I had Fritos, I could dip this. Look at that. That looks like a dip, don't it? All right. Now, literally what I'm getting ready to do is assemble it all, pop the top to it, set the timer, and we're actually doing 2 shows today, so when we finish shooting the show, that's about it. I'll add my meat. Meat and eggs. And you can see them pretty little eggs. They say that's one of the delicacies of a sauce piquant. So I'm going to stir that up, kind of get a good reading on my... Now, I got a guess on my color, okay? I got plenty enough of the tomato. I'm going to add the rest of that. Ain't use wasting that. Now, what I'm going to do, just to balance my color out, I'm going to add a little bit of browning sauce, which is Kitchen Bouquet, because I want to get somewhere between brown and red, which this is going to do it perfect. I don't like a dark roux. Dark roux is really bitter. The delicate flavors of turtle, fish, and different things. A little garlic. I use granulated garlic because it doesn't lump up. Whatever your seasoning salt is, that's my seasoning salt. I add just a little bit extra salt because then all that meat wasn't pre-seasoned. Cook it in a pressure cooker. I don't need to pre-season it. Ooh. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more. Just enough pepper. All right. What I'm going to do now is this pot is designed, I'm going to come around. This pot is set up. You're going to put it on. Oh, I got it backwards. Okay. Sits down, you turn it, and you set the little cap to steam. Now I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to go all right, so that tells me 24 minutes. All right, I'm going to turn that thing up. "53 minutes. That's a good year. It's the year I was born in. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. It's going to go in just a second to on. I'm not going to touch this thing for 1 hour. I'm going to come back in 1 hour, and we're going to see if we got sauce to go. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey, we've been fishing together for years, as you watch the show, but I got my captain's license. I'm ready to take you out to share the kind of experience that I grew up with my family having. Give me a holler, chefkd.com. Don't tell nobody, but we gonna cook and eat pretty good on board. See you soon.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Get that meat out.
Look at that, son. Now that's 50.
Yours is a lot redder than the other ones got more brown. The ones from down the bar.
Yeah, they do a little bit browner, but I got plenty of roux. I just made a light roux. Ooh, Gary. Let's see.
Hold on.
He's sneaking up, boy. You want to burn his finger with his so look, look.
Where's that meat at?
Right there on the end of the stick.
That's too little. That's something bigger. That
look like a turtle. Come on.
The meat is tender. Look.
53 minutes in an Instant Pot. And I guarantee you, I know how long it takes to cook.
That meat is tender. Now I'm cooling it off and you eat it hot, huh?
Well, hold on. Let me finish it.
That's enough. It's good enough.
Man, I'm the chef. You the eater. You got to listen. That may be unheard of.
That's enough.
Hey, stir that up. You ready to eat? What you think? You ready?
I'm ready. Where's the rice? That's always missing. Let me see that. That's an egg.
It's a little tough, a little hot. Woo! Ça c'est pas chaud, but c'est bon. Hey, you watching Paradise, Louisiana? It don't get no better than this shot.
Kevin,
down here in
you
Louisiana.
just do that clean.
Come on, Kevin.
Go ahead, you
did
take
all the
a
hard
taste.
work.
I'm gonna do one of these.
I want the egg.
First one ever, delicious.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Hey, see you next time.
Look at the meat. Look at the meat.
In Louisiana, our state parks are the perfect family destination. With nearly 180 miles of trails through park grounds and historic sites, you can endlessly explore nature, try some kayaking or world-class fishing, then find the perfect campsite or settle into a cozy cabin. Louisiana is calling, and she's using her outside voice. Plan your escape today at www.lastateparks.com.
started off on this episode of Dockside TV. What we're doing is we're fishing against time right now. We got a big front on the way. We got the spillway river water on the way. And we got these fish compressed. Found a little pocket of clean water on April's full moon. Stay tuned for this episode of Dockside TV. Big trout. Dance for me, baby. Show that yellow mouth. Yeah, buddy. That's a pretty fish right here. When you get them, when they choke that lure down like that, that's when they like to shake that head. What we're doing right now, obviously, we're at a very familiar fishing spot, the Trusty Trestle, which is notoriously known for big trout and plenty of boat pressure. Now the reason that you don't see any boats out here, which is so rare for we're right on April's full moon right now, which is about prime time for this bridge, is the fact that it's 100% rain today. Not 50, not 20, not 80, 100%. And what a lot of people do is they just look at the Weather Channel, it says 100% rain, they figure out we're not fishing. The way to look at rain and plan your fishing trip the next day is to simply look at Doppler radar. We have a window of about 3 or 4 hours this morning. We knew there weren't going to be any boats out here, which is always a great time to fish out here. You know, get the fish charged up. Plus the fish feel the pressure dropping from the front coming and they're gonna eat. So that's one of the reasons there's not any boats. We'll talk about the other ones in a minute.
All right. Get another good fish. Show you a little bit about what we're using and why we're using it. You have a little bit of the spillway coming in to the lake right now, or it's in the lake. Where we're fishing at right now, we're starting to feel the effects of it a little bit, right? So we're using contrasting colors. We're using, limbo slice, something with a little fluorescent in it. We're using tiger bait, something with a little more fluorescent and purple with it, something that they're gonna be able to see. Right now, we're right on the full moon. These fish are feeding up, so they need something to see the water. Normally this time of the year, we normally get that green water, clear water, so you can use a lot clearer bait. But being that with the high winds, that's kind of murkying up the lake, spillway coming, that's another factor you added into it. With all of that, you're gonna need a little something that they're gonna need to be able to see. Oh, it is a red. Right, yeah. A dirty red. So he's shaking his head and everything. Look at the color. Come here. Look at the color of that fish. Look how pale he is.
Alright, I just caught this small redfish right here. Using that tiger bait matrix. We moved down here to a little group of islands. We got a hard falling tide today. And as you saw in our video that we made back in December, we really had a great couple days on these islands right here. But as Chris was saying before, you see how pale and white this redfish is? The reason behind that, let me check it. See how big you can see it. It's just short, 15 and a half. The reason for that is because the water's so stained and milky due to all of the fresh water, spillway. We got the Pearl River water we're fighting. That's why. If the water was gin clear, that's when you get those real bronzy, golden looking redfish. Oh, you know what? Let me tag this fish while I got him. I'm gonna release him. Let's put a prize in the water and an opportunity for somebody to win a prize. This is tag number 16797. No point in throwing him back if we can't put a tag in him and somebody has a shot to win a prize. See you later, little guy.
Are we tagging him? Yeah. Oh. All right. Figure it out, Charles. Let's get him. This is tag number 16718. Go ahead and recapture this fish and get you a prize. Is that how it goes? There we go. Come here, Bubba. Hopefully grow up. Be healthy. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, buddy. We're not catching a ton today. We're not catching a ton today, but the ones we are getting are quality. And what we found over here on the southern end of the trestle is the front end, like the front line of the of that river water from the Mississippi River, from the spillway. Now on the northern end of the bridge and the northern end of the lake, we're finding crystal clear water, real good looking water, but only a handful of fish. Down here, we found more of a stained water with a mixture of that fresh water meeting the salt water. And that's what the fish do every time they open the spillway, is they stay right in front of that front line of the real bad water, and they really will consolidate with that. And as the spillway takes over the lake more and more, you're going to find less and less pockets of clean water, clean enough water, which this is. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is about a 5. So as we get less amounts of clean water because the river waters from the spillways taking over, that's when the fish are really going to consolidate hard, and we get on big runs of fish, catching limits and so forth, but typically it only lasts for a couple, maybe 2 weeks. We're still a little bit away from that. When we look at satellite imagery, all of the river water is just staying on the southern end of the lake from here all the way to Laplace. But sooner or later, it's gonna really, you know, start taking over the lake, especially when we start getting some hard south and southwest winds.
Chaz just said we weren't going to catch any more fish. I had to prove him wrong. All right.
Good one, good one. Buddy.
So we've been up and down the bridge fishing, and we've only been finding fish in a couple different spots. So they kind of jammed up in certain areas. One of the things that we like to pay attention to is the looms that's in the lake. You know, you got the big looms in the lake, they're feeding on bait. Generally, when we find a group of looms hanging out, you know, we'll fish around that area because there's bait coming through. When the bait comes through, then obviously you're gonna get fish like these. The male trout grunting right now. Look how beautiful the spots on that fish. But another contrast in color, something they can see. Look for the looms. They're going to show you where the bait is at. Wherever the bait is at, that's where the fish is going to be at.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end it on this one right here. We got a big storm approaching. We want to make it in before the weather gets too bad. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dockside TV. Make sure to get out here and get in on the little bit of action we're going to have in the lake before the spillway gets too bad. Check out all our episodes of Dockside TV from matrixshed.com. And until next time, good fishing.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
Hey, we've been fishing together for years as you watch the show, but I got my captain's license. I'm ready to take you out to share the kind of experience that I grew up with my family having. Give me a holler, chefkd.com. Don't tell nobody, but we gonna cook and eat pretty good on board. See you soon. Hey, welcome back, Paradise, Louisiana. We have the Abu Garcia fishing reports. And Gary, I got to give a shout out to some of our local boys. They fishing at BASS Open on the Arkansas River. Now some of the most prolific fishermen in the United States, a lot of the elite fishermen fish this. We got 4 guys made the top 20, 2 in the top 5 from our home area right around the Baton Rouge area. Derek Hudnall came in 3rd. Hot as a firecracker, young guy who came off the college series, Tyler Rivette came in 5th, 15th. Gonzalez boy, Logan Latuso, and Caleb Sumrow, who's in the Classic, number 20th. Guys, congratulations. Keep it up. We're proud of you.
Man, thank you for keeping up with it.
And your buddy,
so much going
your buddy, Quentin Campo, he was in the hunt, just had a bad day. He was up in the top 20 and fell out of it. But Quentin, great things are coming your way. You stick tough. We spent an evening with him.
You know, Derek was a little boy when me and his daddy would come in. We fished the Amy River Spillway. And he come jumping in that boat. You know, I'm talking about Roger Hudnall and all those guys fishing.
If you want to get a spanking, fish against Roger, especially with him and Billy.
No, they fished the front. I used to pick him. He called me the best back of the boat fisherman. I said, yeah, you got to learn how. You fish behind Billy lines and you and other people. You fish in the back of the boat. You got to learn how to get one in. Sometimes you might have to take that big old saltwater bait with the big old spinners on it and run it by the head so they get that boat out of it. Woof, you know, do it. But I'm going to tell you what, not only that, Derek is working hard on the Children's Hospital, Lady Lake Children's Hospital. Does a great job. He stays involved. Congratulations to you, Derek.
You know, Gene and I fished a lot as a team. And I'm going to tell you something. When 2 people are fishing together, you got to understand, if you're in the front of the boat and I've been back to the boat, Rodney Wagner said this one time, you know, angling is about angles. Well, if the man in front of the boat is facing that way, he's casting this way and he's getting that coverage. Now, when we fishing fast, Gene will fish the right side of cover, I'll fish the left. But if the bite's slow and we're moving slow, he fishes both sides, and guess what I do? I turn around and face the opposite direction, so we crisscross at our angle of presentation. So don't think because you're in back the boat that you're not going to catch the fish, because when I fished as a non-pro, I actually won way more money than
Gary was thrown in the back of the boat and you front-ended me. I promise you I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Wiggle, getting props in that. He's about whistling by your ear.
Yeah,
you hear a couple of whistling by your ear, you straighten up.
They got people that put it on you in the back of the boat, too. You know, they ain't what you're doing. Someday that's the way it is. KD, you know, in the freshwater, give me some reports. I know you get a lot of reports from Jack Miller.
Jack Miller's has been hot. It's going to continue to stay hot. The water is starting to stabilize some. Our philosophy is the water's just been so cool, the fish are just starting to move out into the main lakes. Now, if you get in Lake Barrett, you're going to have to rent a cypress tree, okay? You got to put in a reservation because those catfish on the trees, especially along around by the Crackerhead, and I mean, they catch 15,
the brim has slowed up. You know, we had a report last week. Them boys down in Amelia were saying that warm water come back and turn on. And that goes all over Louisiana right now. Darbone, they people want me to come up there to the north. They're catching some monster brim, sac-a-lait, and all these lakes around Alexandria. So we said we're going to give you a short fishing report. And it's going to be 2 weeks old, but I'm telling you, just guessing. By now, when you watching this next week,
God rest his soul. Mr. J.B. Salters, Becker out Old River and all in that ballpark.
When the
I
water
can
starts
still
moving.
remember them brim like that.
But
Just
the
getting to
rivers
that
got to
point.
fall. These rivers got to fall. When you fish in the river system, Red River. Now, who you think in the Red River when you think? Homer Humphreys?
Yep.
Homer Humphreys right now saying, for some reason they're not catching big fish. They're catching numbers. Say, what? He said, yeah, tournaments right now, bass tournament. Say, you give me 9 pounds, 10 pounds, and every day, and I'm going to be there. I said,
That's
you
hard to
got
believe.
7, 8 pounds in storming season.
In Blind River last
You
couple
can't
of weeks
find
ago,
the spawning
13
fish.
pounds. 13 pounds.
You can't find, up there, you can't find the big fish yet. That warm weather, they're spawning way off where you can't get to them, but they're fishing those in the backwater right now. You can't fish in the Red River, it's full of money and red. Look, that's what you're saying, you're fishing. So we're going to be giving you more reports, and when this gets right, we're going to do it. But let me give you a little saltwater tip. Everywhere I went the other day, all the people saying, we got live shrimp. They're catching them with live shrimp from Pontchartrain all the way to Big Lake. But at Grand Isle this week, the live shrimp was the thing, but they're not fishing on the cork. You're fishing the rocks right now because that water is moving constantly. Last week was a lot of big tides in and out. You got to wait sometime till they're moving the right way. But they're fishing on a small hook.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember when you saw last week when I was fishing with Slate.
Yep.
It was embarrassing. He was fishing a hook. It wasn't even big as my thumb. I don't know where he found it. Smaller than a number 4. It looked like a number 2. And that's what he was fishing on those shiners through the lip. But the fish was swallowing and we was catching them.
Well, you know, you said shrimp. Let me just give y'all a little tip. Live shrimp, let's just go there. You can hook them in the tail. You can hook them in that little clear spot right there, you know, on the head. But that's not the only thing.
Yeah.
On the horn. Now, they were catching around those rocks. You don't want to weight it down and get it in there, so you basically put a hook in the shrimp, throw it and let the current drift it, and those fish, you know, they waiting around them rocks to eat. That's rule.
I use a spinning rod for that. But those good fishermen I'm talking about, Tommy Vidrine and other guys, they use their regular casting rod. They were using a regular casting rod this week.
I can throw anything on the casting rod.
I know, you were doing it. Sometimes in a big shrimp, I don't have to use it.
Number 2, a Carolina rig, a little bitty weight, Carolina rig, you know, a weight, a swivel, and a little bit of distance. The other day, I had to go from a Kale hook to a treble hook because they were just biting sharp. When they bit short on the treble hook, they got hooked. On the Kale hook, I let them take it and run with it, and still were getting off.
Don Neeson and them got a saltwater hook, it looked like an Aberdeen hook. It's a saltwater sac-a-lay hook, I said. But I couldn't believe how they were using those little bitty hooks on them other day.
I believe that.
But that Aberdeen hook that allows that shrimp, whether you get small or big, it got them to swim, it don't kill them. And makes a lot of difference, size of your line. So
size, clarity. Now the other thing, number 3, under a popping cork. A lot of people fix that shrimp a fixed distance under the popping cork, retie it. But let me tell you something. When you get around cover or a little bit deeper water, then you got to go to the sliding cork, where you know you tie a little string on there and your cork slides and hits the bead. So when you say live shrimp, understand that there's many ways to fish it. You pull up on a point, work the popping cork, you don't get bit, try a Carolina rig. And the easiest way I can tell you to do it, if you're a bass fisherman, fish it like a plastic worm, pick it up, let it go down, and when you feel that little thump, point you right at the water, let that fish take off the shrimp.
Swallow.
Take your
especially
time.
with a croaker. One other tip. My buddy Ken Lambert and them, they were sending me those pictures. They call it a rucker rig. A rucker rig.
Yeah.
He told me it's in between a Carolina rig and a drop shot. Drop shot is the hottest thing going right now on the trussels and wherever you're doing. Y'all seen, they use it to lead a bin all the time with a plastic worm. The drop shot. I want to see a rucker rig before I show y'all, but next time I come, I'm gonna rig it up and I want to see it. I've heard of it, I haven't seen it. It's a cross between a Carolina rig and a drop shot. So
hey, y'all try all these techniques out. The biggest thing about it, get out there, enjoy what you do. God gave us this paradise, let's take care of it. This is it's his paradise in 8 hours. We love y'all. Thank you for watching us. Chris is gonna be back with big smiles, because guess what? He's coming back from his cruise on his honeymoon. We appreciate him. Guys, we're going to see you next week. And Gary, while he's gone, we're going fishing. How's that?
You promise?
Me, you, and Matt.
You promise.
Hooked him up.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Amen to that.
Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K. Taking it easy, Louisiana State Parks. Follow your outside voice to our parks and historic sites. Farm Bureau Insurance. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Veterans Help Foundation. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.